Hello, sports fans. John Ireland, voice of the Los Angeles Lakers here. There is no question that Lakers superstar Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest players in pro basketball history. His legacy on the court and his philanthropy off the court will always be celebrated.
Here's the one thing they don't know about Kobe's 20 years. No other player's ever been with the same team for 20 years, ever.
There is, however, an overlooked legacy of Kobe's, one that may prove even more impactful than any of his many other legacies. Back in 2011, many sports experts thought Kobe's latest knee injury was career-ending. He was, after all, well into his mid-30s in a game where professional play is usually about over by then. But Kobe came roaring back. His knee injury was seemingly cured. His performance level was the best in years. The experts were shocked, and the coaching staff was shocked, and the public was fascinated to find out what this miracle treatment was all about. Instead of invasive surgery, which would have required several months of rehab, Kobe sought out biologics known as regenerative medicine, where instead of a scalpel or drugs, the body's own blood is extracted, separated, minimally manipulated, and partially reintroduced to be put to healing use. This type of treatment was in its infancy back then and wasn't even available in the United States. So Kobe went to Germany to become one of the very first pro athletes to have this treatment done on his knee, not quite knowing what to expect.
I hope so. Cross my fingers.
What's up, my man? So I tore my ACL, and once you start seeing that, and now I forget how many players have gone over there, but now they're doing the same kind of therapy here in the U.S. So it's definitely something that has helped and will continue to only get better and help players.
Since then, the floodgates opened. Now, many other pro athletes have sought similar biologic treatments for their injuries and ailments. Today, nearly all pro sports teams use some form of regenerative medicine for treating their players where appropriate.
Regenerative medicine will actually be the norm for primary treatment for a lot of ailments, not just sports-related or connective tissue-related. I think patients will benefit from stem cell therapy across the board, and I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see this as a primary mode of treatment.
But pro sports athletes aren't the only beneficiaries. The possibility of eliminating pain, instigating healing, and regrowing tissue is something benefiting many, from weekend warriors to armchair athletes and more. It was Kobe's notoriety and post-biologic success that got the ball rolling on increasing the public's awareness to this relatively new field of medicine. It drove the narrative, allowing these procedures to become viable options in the treatment of sports injuries. Because if it was good enough for Kobe, well, you know the saying.